So recently there's been a new Battle Royale game that's getting a lot of attention. Super People is a new Battle Royale game that recently dropped on Steam on early access, where you can sign up for a waitlist and you can play for free. But the thing is, Super People is nothing special. Shitty combat and graphics, generic gameplay mechanics and copying off tons of Battle Royale games, and just another hero shooter game. You guys know I don't like to make you wait a long time. Super People is a 5 out of 10. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? I'm Treyllo. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe as it helps me out a lot, and we're on the road to 10k subs, and join the Discord down below. So yeah, man, I played Super People for a little bit, this new Battle Royale game, and let me tell you, if you've played generic Battle Royale games before, you've played Super People already. You guys remember Hyperscape and Radical Heights? It's just another one of those games. When you start Super People, you know, you'll first create a character. For some reason, the characters look really realistic, but I don't know why. After you're done with creating your character, you'll then choose the clothing they wear. And this is the first game where I've actually seen good clothing options from the start. You can make your character pretty jerpy with what they give you. So yeah, Super People is the same type of Battle Royale game. You know, you start in a plane, you drop down, you try to get loot. There is nothing new. When you start a generic match of Super People, before the match starts, you'll automatically be assigned an operator, or a specialist, or a hero, whatever you want to call it. There's multiple heroes in the game, each with their own abilities and ultimate abilities. You'll be randomly assigned one of these heroes and forced to play them throughout that match. If you don't like the hero you were assigned, you can pay coins, a great monetization route for them. You can pay coins to switch your hero and re-roll the dice. One way or the other, you'll be sticking with one hero each match. Each hero has their own abilities and passive abilities and an ultimate ability that they'll level up throughout the game. You level up these heroes by finding vials of orange juice on the ground, drinking them, and then your abilities will upgrade. Your abilities also upgrade passively by getting kills and playing throughout the match. There's all types of heroes, from people who drop nukes, from, you know, movement operators who have dash abilities, but none of the operators are things you haven't seen before. These are all abilities that we've seen in tons of other games, just kind of reworked into their own version. Personally, I think a lot of the abilities look cheap and just don't make you feel cool. Each operator should feel unique and have their own play style, but personally I feel like they don't separate from each other that much. I will admit though, some of the operators are pretty cool. So you know, you got your operator, you dropped out of the plane, now you gotta fight people. So let's talk about Super People's combat. This is also nothing special. Super People is a third-person shooter, so you have the option to either aim down sights or shoot over the shoulder. Unfortunately, the over-the-shoulder shooting feels more like over-the-stomach shooting. I don't know why, but the over-the-shoulder is just really awkward and the camera angle isn't right. Other than that, the weapon roster in the game is pretty normal. You got your AR, you got your AK, a couple SMGs. Nothing too special there, but the gunplay, it's okay. Shooting people feels responsive and the time to kill is, you know, fair, but there's so much desync when you're shooting people. Everyone's animations are always so wacky and people are always running backwards. There's a ton of problems with the actual latency of the game, and that's something I realized every match I played. For example, when you kill somebody, they'll like freeze for 7 seconds and then fall over. Just poor development. I wouldn't say the gunplay is anything special. The guns feel very similar. Overall, the combat needs a lot of polishing and reworking to make it actually fun. One thing that Super People did get right though is the movement. Unlike a game like PUBG where when you move you have this kind of delay from going left to right, it makes it feel kind of wonky and slow. At least Super People has fluid movement. You know, when you're moving it actually flows, and moving around in a circle and stuff, it's fluid and it doesn't really feel wonky like PUBG. That's one thing they have going for the combat at least. Super People also has a basic parkour system. Nothing really too special. You can jump on top of buildings, but it does help elevate the combat and make it more diverse. You can get on top of roofs and buildings and stuff. It's cool. So on top of the hero shooter ability system, Super People really only has one other slightly unique feature, and that's the crafting system. On top of, you know, the usual stuff you find in Battle Royales, like a level 1 backpack or a level 3 helmet, in Super People you can find crafting items. And these crafting items are sort of weird sometimes. You can find like paper and like pens and weird minerals and shit, and you use these minerals once you get the certain amount to upgrade to a higher tier of weapon. So for example, let's say I have a green AR. I might need to get 2 pens and then I can upgrade to a blue AR. It's really straightforward. You open up your inventory, you craft this stuff, and you just have a better item. It's not really a bad system because it's so simple and it just kind of does what it needs to do. So, you know, it is what it is. Other than everything we just mentioned, there's nothing cool about Super People. It is the most dry, copy and pasted Battle Royale we've ever seen. You'd think by now the developers would kind of know, like, let's not keep making these generic Battle Royale games. games, so many have failed. They live for a month, build up some hype, and then die immediately after. Like, I can't see this game truthfully going anywhere. But if they do want it to go anywhere, they need to fix some things. First of all, the HUD is literally copy and pasted from PUBG. So many of the HUD elements are literally directly taken from the game, and it's so obvious. They also need to make the HUD less cluttered. There's too much going on, it's too distracting. I don't need all this shit on my screen. They simply need to make it more minimalistic. Also, the number one thing they need to focus on is the combat. If your game foundationally doesn't have good and replayable combat, no one is ever booting that shit up again. They need to go back to the roots, make the over-the-shoulder combat viable, make the guns feel a little bit better, make desync less of a problem. Getting kills is not satisfying, and if you don't have that, you don't have anything. Some of the ultimate abilities are so cheap. Like, there's this one character who has a nuke as their ultimate ability where you just call in an airstrike that's a nuke, and it looks like they took the animation for the nuke out of the PS2 Incredibles game. Now, if this game is free, it's whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be amazing. But if you're charging anything more than $6.50 on this game, $6.50, this shit's a scam. By all the gameplay you've seen in this video, you should already know the type of game this is. I played this game, so you don't have to. But as of now, this is a 5 out of 10 video game, and that's not changing. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Super People down below. Without further ado, guys, I'm Treyllo. As always, see you in the next one. Peace out.